very smiling face, and also to read some of his profile, like with Professor TPS Sasikula. You're welcome, sir.
Namaste, namaste, pranams from India. The same day, February 4th, 2 years back or 3 years back, also we were together.
Oh, it's not 2 years, 4 years.
It's, and tomorrow is going to be a great day with your celebration, birthday celebration. Thank you so much for hosting this transformational relationship issues. And my brother from Philippines discussed about the relationship issues based on maybe formal relationship issues. I thought probably I can highlight some of the issues because the world is moving very fast. It's all technological transformations. You can see what happened. Professor Mario was mentioning about the new ruler from USA, but immediately after that, you can see how the reactions from different parts of the world came because the deep seek which came from China challenging the ChatGPT capabilities, etc., etc. So today, relationship has a lot of things to do with the technology. It significantly impacts relationship, whether it is personal, professional, social, the world relationship between countries. So I believe digital overload has got a lot of impact on the emotional relationship. That means you have a digital overload, we have a emotional disconnect. The more time we have on the screen time, probably the digital time, I'm sure it has got an impact. But people are very good, they can adapt to the situation, balance, because we have physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual. I keep talking about fivefold development always. How is it impacted? Probably there will be a rework, a transformative process, a feedback which happens inside each one of us to cope up with the situations. The trust between people, the privacy of each one of us, the social media, AI is impacting in each and every activity which we are into. The transformation which happens in the workplace, how the remote work, the AI have reshaped the, changed the, revolutionized the professional relationships. I think we need to have a lot of experiential sharing from the people who are into this world. Make a table and then find out before and after. I keep saying we have got a world which is before computers and after digital. It is AD and BC. BC is before computers, AD is after digital. That was a slow process probably in the last 30 years. But today we have a world with after digital to the AI situations. So we need how ethical disconnect and communication, the dilemmas which people have because of misinformation, lot of fake cases. Today when I dial somebody from my telephone to my sister or brother or neighbor, immediately the message come from the telecom department saying be careful, Most of the calls are fake, misinformation, deep fake. The AI driven interactions, they can make my own dialogue with my own face, and you believe that Dr. TPS is calling you, but it need not be me, because AI can fake and then make a telephone call. I can be a speaker here like this, but I may not be the me whom you are originally looking for. It could be somebody else mocking and then coming in front of you. The difference in the cultural change was generations to generations, but today the cultural change is from 5 years to 10 years. That's why I keep calling it is not 21st century. I keep calling third decade of 21st century. We are all on 2025 to 2030. Next 5 years, if we look at it, we can see a lot of change happens. So in this age, in 5 years, there is going to be a cultural change due to technological change. How are you going to adapt to this? Are you going to adopt to this and adapt to this? It's a big question to be answered. The hyper connectivity, maybe 80 percentage in some countries, maybe 60 percentage in some other countries. Depends on how rich, how developed, how poor you are. But understand, there is going to be lot of people around this world who are not connected to this great field of digital world, the hyper connectivity we talk, but there are people who are in isolation. So the excessive getting close to the technology weaken some of the emotional bonds in some places. The virtual relationship can sometime become not that deep. It could be superficial. So relationship has got such problems. The social media impacting the private life, the trust issues, counseling issues, which we have seen 10 years back, is not what we are seeing today. People talk about financial freedom. Everybody needs money. The budget identifies a high taxation on the executive level of life, but they want to look after the marginalized people. So how is it going to have a trust between those people to these people now? The relationship issue between the economical different stages will create problems. How people can understand the ethical. So what happens when there is an economic problem, cultural problem, the ethic comes into, the value system will collapse. The people will not stick to the value systems which we had for generations. So new value system will come into place. That will impact the workplace. The interaction between the boss and the subordinate reduces personal interaction. Generally, we have clubs, we have social gathering that fosters the flexibility. And now flexibility doesn't work because there are people who uses technology becomes faster and everybody wants the same fastness. Competition becomes higher. So redefining the roles of HR, human resource management in the companies, which gives a lot of stress. Ethical dilemma, communication, I told you, therefore the relationship changes with the communication. The professional trust is lost because I can be removed, anybody can be posted there, because everything is done by the technology. People are less important, technology is more important. The struggle of the elderly people to adapt to the digital communication, the technology development, technology driven culture, officers, therefore they feel depressed. Therefore, that creates a relationship issue at the home. This is a big paradox. The hyperconnectivity and the illusions of people being closer, being more genuine, intimate, because they can connect each other very fast. Otherwise, I'm sure none of us will sit together on a table like this and then discuss today. So it's a great privilege given to each one of us, but there is a great paradox. When I land in your place or when you land in my place, will I have time to meet you? Will we have a connection between each one of us? Because all of us are now busy with online. So we should have a mindful technological usage, navigating the change with good relationship, emotional, intellectual, social, and spiritual balance. So we need to have an AI, AI related advocate for understanding how transparent can be the decisions which impacts human relationships. How to strengthen the connection between the people who will see face to face, probably prioritize the engagement of people when they meet physically rather than only looking at their profile and then talking to them in a scenario which is not connected to you anytime in your life. Identify how many people we can have a human connection, physical connection, meeting each other, eating together. Sahana vavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai. We have to sit together, eat together, and then talk together. That situation should come so that relationship becomes much more stronger. We must create such situations. And learning comes, I'm sure, lifelong learning. Therefore technological advantage can be used for learning from different part of the world. Just now my brother was telling Philippines culture and a blend of Philippines and Indian culture. But how am I going to use it? When am I going to use it? Only when I go to Philippines and my brother comes to India. Otherwise we know theoretically there is a culture, but we don't interact with the people. So this is what I want to propose and give a small brief presentation. I'll be very happy if you have some discussions and questions. If not now, maybe probably later. I'm open any point of time. Thank you for this opportunity. My sister, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth, have a you must cherish. This is tomorrow is going to be birthday, so this is the time to take stock of what happened so far in life, right? So
I hope you are joining us tomorrow.
the graph goes. I'm sure I'm continuously traveling, but I will make sure that I will meet in between and invest some time. Definitely, definitely allowed to do that. You know me.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. TPS from India, my lifetime mentor for the past 4 years. And I hope you are proud of me for so far of what I'm doing.
Great job.
I really appreciate that.
Great job.
So I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. I know you travel a lot. You are a academician, educators, and everything. But you still spare time to join us anytime we have our masterclass and conferences, and we always learn from your wealth of wisdom and knowledge. Oh,
actually, it was such an amazing presentation. I really enjoyed. I love whenever Dr. TPS, joins us and he comes us and he has a great experience. And he's an expert on relationships, and his thoughts are constantly nurturing for all of us. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay.